Hi, I'm going to help you guys with number 2 on the semester review. It says consider the line 3x minus 9y equals 14. Write an equation through the point 2, negative 5. And then for part A, we want it to be parallel to the line. And it's referring to this line that we started with up here, 3x minus 9y equals 14. If two lines are parallel, we know the slopes of the lines are the same. So really the only thing we need from this line is we need to know what the slope of the line is. So I'm going to rewrite my equation over here off to the side, and I want to solve it for y, so it's in the slope-intercept form, and I can tell what the slope is. That'll be the b value in front of the x. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to subtract the 3x on both sides. That leaves me with negative 9y equals 14 minus 3x. And then I'm also going to undo the negative 9 by dividing that. And that leaves me with y equals negative 14 over 9. And don't be too concerned with the fraction right here. We don't really need that part because all we need to know is the slope, which is going to be this part right here. We do want to simplify our fraction. So negative 3 over negative 9 is going to simplify to be positive 1/3 x. So that 1/3 is the slope of our line. So when I go back to part A, again, if two lines are parallel, the slopes are going to be the same. So I know the slope of my line is going to be 1/3, and it needs to go through the point 2, negative 5. There are a few different ways we can write the equations. We can write one in the slope-intercept form, and we can also write it using the point-slope form. Since we're given a point and a slope, that might be easier. The point-slope equation, in case you've forgotten, is y equals b times x minus x1 plus y1. And the variables in there could be mixed around a little bit, and that would work fine also if you're writing in a different order. If we plug in the information we have, our b is 1/3, and then the x1 and y1, that refers back to this point. Our order pairs x1, y1. So my x coordinate is 2, I'm going to have x minus 2. The y coordinate is negative 5, so I'm going to put minus 5. It's also not common in here, or I guess don't forget in here, if the x is negative, if it were negative 2, if you're subtracting negative 2, you want to make sure you put the correct sign there and probably put a plus sign. On the end, it's not uncommon to have students put plus negative 5, and that's okay also. It's the same equation. For part B, we want our equation to be perpendicular to that line. Slopes of perpendicular lines are going to be the opposite reciprocals. So we need to change our slope a little bit. Our slope is 1/3. When I say opposite, I'm referring to the sign. Since this one's positive, my line is going to have a slope that's negative. Reciprocal, we're going to flip over our fraction, and I'm going to rewrite it as negative 3 over 1. Just to simplify things a little bit, I'm going to simplify that and write it as negative 3, since negative 3 over 1 simplifies to negative 3. So when I write my equation of my line, my slope is negative 3, and then I'm still going through that same point, going through the point 2, negative 5. So when you write our equation, we'll have y equals b, that's our negative 3. We're going to subtract our x coordinate again, which is the 2. And then since our y coordinate here is negative 5, I'm going to put minus 5 instead of plus negative 5. And we are done.